Snap settings are located up here in your toolbar. You can also push S on your keyboard and that will toggle them on and off. You can see I'm pushing S there. What snaps do is allow you to snap or align parts of your scene to other parts of the scene. And there's a big control console that's going to allow you to do that. Also, I wanted to cover real quick that if you ever need to find help in Max, you can always go up here to Help and User Reference, type in what you need help with, and you'll get the little user reference will, like a dictionary, hop over there, hop over to that, and then you can use the user reference here to find what you're looking for. So, for instance, snaps, it'll tell you where it's located. It'll show you the pictures. You see if I drop this down, those are the same pictures. And then it'll give you what they do, and then at the bottom it'll usually give you, I think in here there's somewhere, here you go, it'll give you a little tutorial that you can practice. It's pretty quick, and they're not real detailed, but it's usually enough to get you going. Okay, and for snaps, what we're going to look at here is just some real basic parts of snaps that will help you with the vehicle project we're working on. I can left click and this will drop down and it'll give you different types of snaps. I tend to use the 3 or the 3D one here quite a bit. If I right click, not left click, but right click on the button, I'll get this menu. And what that's going to do is allow me to tell the box here what I want it to snap to. You'll see that little blue highlighted area as I'm rotating around the box. That's because face is checked here. So go ahead and check face with nothing else selected under snaps, standard, and you'll see the same thing. I'm going to select face here, and if I select this bottom face with the bottom edge and I rotate around my scene, you'll see that the box is kind of aligning to different parts of the scene. So it's going up and over that piece there. If I select edge segment, and got to raise my box up here a little bit. There we go. Let's get our turn off snaps for a second. Move that up. Move that back over. And we'll move it down, get it close to the ground. And if I click edge segment with snaps on, and there we go, turn snaps back on. I'm going to click this bottom edge here on my box. It's highlighted blue. It might be a little hard to see. And now see how the box is going to snap to those blue grid lines that are there as I move this around. And watch what happens as I go up here. See how it snaps up, and I'm going to now move it up and over. Let me move this over here so you can see. Grab that bottom edge, and now I'm setting it on top of this little plateau. And now as I go down, I'm going to snap it right to this one, and it's going to hop around until it aligns itself with the edge that I've got highlighted. So this is a good way to place objects on your tank. Vertex is another one that works fairly well. And if I go to my on my box settings here, I'm going to grab this vertex, and you'll see that it's snapping to the corners of those grids. Does that make sense? So if I go right to this corner here, it's going to snap everything to that corner, and the box is now perfectly aligned to this little plateau. If I grab this vertex over here, grab the wrong object, there we go, on the box, and I lay it right there, it's going to align to that little second level plateau. Same with over here. So I can align it to the different plateaus. So snaps will help you align things two other objects in your scene. So open up the snap settings. Remember, you right click on any of these buttons. Look for the snaps tab. Play with these three right here to start with. And then if you want to play with the rest of these, you can. You do have some other options here with snaps. You can look at the options tab, and in here, most of this is pretty self-explanatory, but if you'd like to look at this, this will set the size of the snap, so how many pixels it's going to cover, and you can also set the angle, degree range, and the percent range here. These are your grid settings right here, which control the grid. Now, we've been turning the grid on and off a lot. We get to the grid a little bit more in the next class, but that's how you would control the grid. Also, these settings up here, you can take a look at and type them into your user reference if you want. We're not going to use these for the rest of this project, but if you want to play with them, this is your angle snap, this is your percent snap, and this is your spinner snap here, and you could look those up in the help file if you want.